Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fandom UK. Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fandom UK. So, we're here to give you guys a chance to have your say on the games. Last I checked, Scotland were losing 3-1 to Croatia, and I'm not sure exactly what the England score is. Last time I checked that, it was 1-0 to England. So, if you guys have been watching the England game, let me know, because I've been watching mainly the Scotland game. Because obviously I'm English, but I knew that England was qualified, and also I expected a pretty poor game tonight again from England, because let's be honest, guys, England are not exactly exciting to watch right now. But yeah, so yeah, it's disappointing, guys, that Scotland looking like they're going out. I cannot see. I haven't got the game in front of me, guys. I've just been watching it in the other room. So yeah, I can't keep an eye on the scores. But yeah, if you guys are in the chat, let me know what the scores are as we close the games out, guys. Because like I say, I will see if I can get it, but I don't think I can. It might be. It's a bit of, Sorry, guys, just bear with me a second. I'm just seeing if I can get it up, but I don't think I can. So yeah, it's still. I think it's still 1-0 for England. Sorry, guys, I was just checking the score because, like I say, I've been watching the game. I've been watching the Scotland game before I came live, and I haven't actually kept an eye on the England game because I didn't think England were going to be very entertaining tonight, guys, because we already obviously qualified. And it looks, I don't know, like I say, you guys, if you've been watching the game, let me know what the England game's been like. Because, like I said, I was watching the Scotland game. Disappointing for Scotland. But I have got to say, guys, if you're Scottish, you've got to be proud because, this is the first tournament for 20 odd years. And I think the lads had a good effort. They've made a good effort. They've had a good try. But they just obviously not getting the rub of the green with the decisions, as well as the lack of a striker. The lack that has clearly cost Scotland in this tournament. The lack of a clear-cut striker that can just slam that ball in the back of the net. They created some great opportunities. I've just been watching the game, guys, for Scotland. Like I say, it's still being played, but I've just been watching it, and the lads, to be fair, they're having the right go at Croatia, but just not getting the rub of the green in front of in the box, shall we say? But creating plenty of chances, and even when they went 3-1 down, guys, just before I came live, they were still marching forward and trying to create goal scoring opportunities. So if you're Scottish, you got to be proud of the lads, to be in my opinion, because they've put in a decent effort. They've had the first point on the board, and they've had the first goal of the tournament. Obviously, it's only one last time I checked, but it is positive. But I want to hear from you guys if you're Scottish. Let me know what can be done to help Scotland improve in these tournaments, because I think that obviously now it looks like Scotland are out. It's a good opportunity, guys, to look at it as a learning experience for the lads. And see what can be done to improve for the World Cup qualifiers. I'll come to comments now, guys. See what you guys are saying. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Give us a chance. See if you like what the channel's about. Like I said, we're just getting the channel going, really. So plenty of work to do, but obviously the key fact of the channel is to obviously involve fans in what we do. So yeah, if you are new, please hit that subscribe button, and if you could, guys, please hit the like button. So we'll see what you guys are saying in the chat. We have Will Bertram. How's it going, Will? So Will is saying, hi mate, can't stop for too long. I'm absolutely shattered. I've been playing cricket and scored 66, the best score and longest score I've ever had. I batted for like 2 hours. I'm going to go and get a shower and sleep. No problem, mate. Thanks for popping in. And yeah, glad you enjoyed the cricket. I know you've been missing quite a lot of the games in the Euros, because obviously you are a big cricket fan. So fair play to you, Will. Thanks for dropping in, mate. Much appreciated. Daniel Stott, 69. How's it going, Daniel? Great to have you in this chat, mate. Appreciate you coming, getting involved in the channel and showing a bit of support. Really appreciated, mate. How's it going? Have you been watching the game? Like I say, I haven't been watching the England game. I was watching the Scotland game. So yeah, if you've been watching, Daniel, let me know what your thoughts are, because I kind of expected that the England game wasn't going to be too exciting tonight, which is why I watched the Scotland game, and plus the fact that Scotland needed to get something out of that game, preferably a win to qualify. So yeah, well, Daniel also saying thoughts on games. Yeah, mate, like I said, I can't really say too much about the England game because I haven't watched it. I was, like I said, I chose to watch the Scotland game because obviously England going to qualify, so they're going to be involved in more games. And I've watched so much of England over the years, guys, that we know what we're going to get when England qualify. Whenever England have qualified and don't need the points, we see that, you know, that they start tinkering with the team or making stupid decisions in respect of obviously trying to get rotation in the squad. And me personally, guys, I'm a strong believer that you pick the first 11 and you stick with them and you just keep playing them. Because then they get to know each other. And we know that in international football, it's different to club football. These players don't get to play with each other so much. So when you do give them the time to play together, it's crucial because it helps them get to know each other better. The more they play together, the more they click, they get the momentum going, they get the feel for each other's play. So, you know, and where each other's going to be positionally and stuff like that. So for me, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch the England game. The one thing I did want to see tonight, but obviously, as I understand it, Harry Kane started. But I personally would have preferred to see Rashford start because I think Harry Kane is Gareth Southgate's favourite, and he's showing that because he keeps playing him, even though he's not looking at his best. So I'd love to know what you guys make of that. But for me, I think we should have been playing Rashford tonight. I don't know if he come on. Let me know, guys. Did he come on as a sub? Like I say, I was watching the Scotland game, so I'm not 100% sure. So I'm hoping you guys are going to give me a bit of an update on the England game. Just simply, guys, because I knew that we were qualified. So obviously, I wanted to watch the Scotland game to obviously keep an eye on that and the fact that they needed the points a lot more than England. So yeah, but obviously. I will be watching the rest of England's games in the competition. So yeah, that's my thoughts. So Daniel, England played good football. England played good football. Well, right, fair enough, mate. Like I said, I haven't watched it. I can only see the scoreline, and obviously, it seems to just looking at the scoreline tells me that we have the same problem. We're not, you know, even if we've played well. We're not scoring enough goals, or we're not scoring fluently, or we're not fluent enough in front of goal. I don't know. Like I said, in the first 2 games and the friendlies that I watched before the competition, I was worried. I was worried going into the competition at the lack of goals in the friendlies, guys. But like I said, that's just my opinion. But this is the only reason that I didn't watch the England game was, like I said, because I knew that England were qualified, and Scotland needed the points to qualify. So obviously, I chose to watch the Scotland game because, like I said, obviously I'm an England fan, guys, but I'm also representing Football Fandom. So obviously, I got to try and be fair to all three UK nations taking part. Daniel saying Saka looks like he is going to be a real good player in the future. Did he start, mate? Did he start the game? Because, like I said, I've seen him playing in the Premier League, and he does look a talent. He definitely looks a talent. So yeah, I know a lot of fans obviously have been talking about him a lot, saying good things. I haven't watched loads of him, guys, but I know when I've seen clips of him, he definitely looks like a top talent. So yeah, so let me know, guys, what did you make of the England game? Because like I said, I didn't watch that. I watched the Scotland game, and also did Rashford get on the pitch? Did he get game time? How did Harry Kane look? Did he look better? Did he look more hungry to get, or I don't know, sharper? I think that's the key word, guys. Did he look sharper? But yeah, guys, hopefully some of you guys will let me know the England performance. Like I said, with Scotland, they put in a good performance. I can say that. They just, obviously, I think what's costing Scotland is the lack of a striker, a really good striker, and also the fact of lack of experience in these competitions, guys. So yeah, if you've been watching Scotland, let me know what your thoughts are. But for me, I think that's what's cost Scotland is the striker and the lack of experience in these competitions. But yeah, hopefully that this experience for Scotland will help them in the World Cup qualifiers. I think there's plenty of room for improvement with Scotland, and I think a key part of it is down to his experience. Sorry, guys, I'm not quite 100% with it tonight, but my apologies for that. But yeah, I kind of lost my focus earlier on before I come live. That's partly why I delayed the stream for 10 minutes. But so my apologies. I suppose it's just the intensity of trying to keep streaming and doing the lives, because I have upped the intensity of how much stuff I've been doing on Fandom of the Euros. Obviously, you guys that watch know normally I haven't been able to keep up with that kind of intensity because of my normal job, and obviously the fact that it takes a lot of work to do the Fandom stuff. So yeah. My apologies for that, though, guys. Stephen Allen letting us know that England full-time 1-0. So obviously England qualified, and it kind of, obviously it's disappointing if Scotland have gone out, which it looks like. But I think doesn't that do England a favour in respect of Croatia winning? I think in the points, in the points goals difference. Sorry, because I think obviously. Croatia have scored 3, so I think that puts them top of the group. But I'm not sure. I've not seen the table. I'll see if I can get it up if it's been updated. But yeah, well, I've got the table there, guys, but it's not been updated. It's still saying 2 games. But yeah, I'll have to see how it works. But yeah, I think it means that Croatia go through automatically, and I think Czech Republic will have to wait to see on goal difference. I think it's all very confusing, isn't it, guys? The way that they've structured these Euros. I've got plenty of stuff to talk about with regards to how UEFA have managed the Euros, but I'm going to leave that for either a further live stream or maybe even do a video about it. And then you guys can share your opinions. But yeah, I've got plenty of opinions about the competition as far as UEFA are concerned and how they've managed and set up the competition. I think there's plenty to be discussed in that direction. But yeah, guys, I want to hear from you. If you're a Scotland fan, I want to hear what you're thinking with regards to what you can take the positives out of the fact that Scotland have gone out. And obviously, if you're English, let me know. Are you filled with confidence going into the knockout stages? If you can tell, guys, my voice is a bit funny tonight. I've been suffering quite a lot the last few days with the hay fever, so it's affecting my sinuses and everything. It's driving me crazy. So you can understand why I'm slightly distracted with that. Daniel Stott, 69, is saying Rashford came on, Kane looked better, but still not great. Well, thank you very much for that, Daniel. Appreciate you giving me a bit of insight there, mate. Because, like I say, for me, Rashford should have definitely started. I think, I would love to know, do you guys agree? I think that Harry Kane has had 2 games, 2 competitive games, plus the friendlies. He's had enough time to show match sharpness. And I think we should have used this game because we was already qualified. We should have used it to help Marcus Rashford be match sharp for the knockout stages and give Kane a rest. It gives you better options in the knockout stages. What's the point in leaving Rashford sitting on the bench and putting on a player, a striker like Harry Kane that looks tired and looks like he's, I don't know whether lacking motivation is the right term, guys, but it just doesn't look at his best. He doesn't look sharp when I've seen him. And like I said, tonight's the only game I've not seen for England. But like I said, that was only because I had a feeling that it wasn't going to be the most entertaining game. But thanks, Daniel. Daniel telling me that it wasn't too bad a game, that there was a good game, a good effort from England. But obviously not a hat full of goals, just the 1 goal. But yeah. I'll definitely be trusting it. Daniel saying that Harry Kane played better. I'll go with that, mate, because I know you are a very honest football fan. So thanks for that, Daniel. Much appreciated, mate. Appreciate that. Like I say, I'm going to be watching loads of the England games, guys. It's just obviously I just wanted to try and be fair to all UK club, all UK nations. See how used to talking about club football I am, guys. This is the first time I've really done anything international this Euros, because normally in the international breaks I avoid it, and I'm sure you guys can understand why, because during the middle of the season, these international breaks, to me, they're just an headache. I think UEFA and the football authorities, I'm sure I've said this before, but I think the football authorities should get together and they keep talking about this winter break. Well, if you want a winter break, is it not the best time to do the internationals? You could create a month of football for internationals, and all right, the players that are playing internationals wouldn't get much rest, but every other player in the league would. You could have a month for doing internationals rather than keep having these 2-week breaks in the middle of the season, because I think it doesn't help club football and it doesn't help international football, because how can you get momentum going with only 2 games in an international 2 week? It's crazy. But I think many football fans agree. When I've spoke to a lot of you guys in the past, a lot of football fans I've spoke to agree that the international break in the middle of the season is crazy. But yeah, we're, like I said, guys, if I do say club, my apologies. It's just obviously I'm still getting used to doing all this international football. This is the first time on Fandom we've done it. So thanks for that, Daniel, with regards to Rashford and Kane. Stephen Allen, how's it going, Stevie? Thanks for the comments and getting involved. Scotland full-time loss 3-1. Well, like I say, I watched it up till the 3rd goal. Massively disappointing for Scotland. But I think the Scottish fans can be proud because the lads really did have a good goal. They competed in every game, and to be honest, guys, I'll be honest, I did expect to see a bit more long ball football from Scotland, more, just smashing it into the box, and there was a bit of that, but they actually played. We've got to give them respect for that, guys. They actually came and they played, so it's not like they just played long ball football just in the hope of getting goal opportunities, guys. They actually did try to play some football, and in spells they played some good football. So yeah, love to know what you guys think, that Scotland can take out of the fact of the tournament, because like I say, first goal, first point, back in the competition for the first time in years, and I think they've done okay. I think they can all do it. They've just got to use this as a learning experience. Disappointing, like I say, to see them go out, but they've just got to use it as a learning experience as far as I'm concerned. I'm more of a realist, guys, and I think we have to cut Scotland a bit of slack, because, like I say, when they've not played in the major competition for so long, all these players in the Scottish shirts have never played in this kind of competition. So we have to kind of give them a little bit of slack in that direction and accept that they need some experience. And hopefully the experience they grab from this will help them in the World Cup qualifiers and we might see better from Scotland. But for me, guys, the big issue with Scotland is definitely up front. They need a real serious striker. Like I say, can have all the effort and the desire and commitment that they've shown, which has been absolutely awesome throughout the Scotland team. But they are definitely missing that cutting edge up front, guys. But like I said, you guys might have a different opinion. Let me know. If you've been watching the England game, let me know, guys, because I was watching the Scotland game. Don't want to keep repeating it, but obviously I can see new people coming in and out of the chat, in and out of the stream. So just letting you know, guys, if you want to share your thoughts on the game, that's what I'm here for. And don't forget, guys, it'd be much appreciated if you could hit that like button. See if there's any chance we can get anywhere near 20 likes tonight. That would be fantastic. But thanks for coming, getting involved to all you guys. Let's see what next comment. Daniel Stott, Czech and Croatia are both through. Right, mate. Well, like I said, I've not looked at all the figures. Obviously, I come on. I think it was 10 minutes before full time, so I've not seen all the figures. But Daniel Stott 69 keeping us up to date there, mate. Thank you very much. For that, much appreciated. Love it when you guys obviously chip in with updates and stuff, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build a fan community where we all contribute. Obviously, I can bring a certain amount of information, but you guys have got a lot of football knowledge as well. So obviously, and I can't catch every detail. So that is the beauty of doing these live streams, where we can all contribute a little bit of knowledge and updates on what's going on. So thank you for that, Daniel. Much appreciated, mate. Really appreciate you contributing. DJ Samuel, how's it going, mate? Great to see you in the chat. England got a team from the group of death. Oh, got a team from the group of death, I think he's saying. Right, mate. Well, yeah, but you know, at the end of the day, we've got. There's no point trying to lessen the performance. You've got to just go at this. These kind of competitions, guys, you have to just give it everything, and in every game, and don't worry about who you face. Whoever you face every challenge, and bring. If you want to be the best, you've got to beat the best. It's as simple as that, isn't it? If you want to be the best, and as England fans, we desperately want to see England get a bit more respect in the international football community, because obviously we've gone to many a tournament and embarrassed ourselves in other in previous tournaments. We've had good tournaments, don't get me wrong, but I'm sure some of you guys agree that there has been tournaments over the years where we've embarrassed ourselves. So we want some respect, and a good way to get respect in the football world is by winning trophies. So yeah, if we want to be seen as one of the best, we've got to play the best, mate. So yeah, obviously that just makes it a more interesting and entertaining game, to be honest, because we're always complaining, aren't we, guys, that we play too many mediocre teams in friendlies. But these are the games we want to see. We want to see England playing the best. I'm not saying it's going to be easier, and I'm not saying we're going to get through. But if we want to, obviously, achieve big things and win trophies, England have to be prepared to step up and play the best. So thank you for that, DJ Samuel, mate. I will definitely look at the group as soon as I'm finished with the live stream. Appreciate you letting me know that, mate. Like I said, I've not looked at the table because I came on live 10 minutes before full time. But thanks for that, mate. Danny B, how's it going, mate? Great to have you in the chat. Gutted for Scotland. Yeah, mate, I am absolutely gutted for Scotland. But like I was just saying, they can be proud. They put in a good performance. I think the lads, I've had a good go. And I think it's just lack of experience and the fact of no true, real, recognised striker. They've got strikers, obviously, but I'm meaning like a striker that we know is, will just slice through defences like butter through and that like a knife through butter. Sorry, I get my words mixed up with it, guys. So yeah, but thanks for that, Danny B. Yes, definitely, mate. Totally agree that I'm gutted for Scotland as well. And it's really disappointing. But obviously, like I say, if you guys have any suggestions how Scotland can improve for the World Cup qualifiers, and get themselves into another major tournament next summer. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you think Scotland are missing and whether you agree, because for me, I think we've definitely an element of lack of experience that has come into play for Scotland. But you guys might have a different opinion. So let me know in the chat. Danny B, 4. Oh, yeah, sorry, you're correcting yourself. Fair enough, mate. Don't worry. I'm always doing it, mate. I'm always doing it on social media. I type stuff. I think I've got it right. I send it, and then I go and read it back, and I realise that the stupid spell check has changed it to something completely different, and then I'm frustrated. So yeah, mate, I don't worry about it. Obviously, when we're typing all day this day and age, we're all going to make the occasional mistake with the spelling because some of the buttons on these phones, guys, honest, you know what I'm talking about. You know what you do. You know. So thanks, Danny. How about the we don't need comments like that, pal. If you yeah, but yeah, I'm not taking that as a positive comment. Daniel Stott 69. As an England fan, I feel bad for Scotland, mate. I think we just got to, I think we just got to be supportive to the Scots in respect of encourage them. That they did. That's what I'm saying, guys. For me, they didn't do too bad. They played football. This is the thing. A lot of people like to just dismiss Scotland and say, "Oh, the crap," or whatever. But to be fair, if you've actually watched them in this tournament, guys, it wasn't no hit and hope. They did actually play. They did actually try to play in the tournament and play football. There wasn't none of this just long balls or relying on the opportunities or 10 men behind the ball, so to speak, that kind of stuff. They actually competed. So we have to give them respect for that. Maybe they competed too much. Maybe, do you think maybe they would have had a bit more success if they maybe played more of a compacted defence and tried to let teams come onto them and hit them on the counter-attack? Maybe that would have been another way, because obviously, as far as I'm concerned, I think the Scotland have genuinely gone toe-to-toe with every team that they've played in the tournament. They've genuinely stepped up and tried to go toe-to-toe, and maybe that's what's cost them. Because, like I say, they haven't put in a bad performance. They've put in good performances. They've just clearly not got the firepower up front. And obviously, like I said earlier, I think their lack of experience is cost Scotland in the tournament. But yeah, for me, guys, I think that it's for Scotland, it's just simple. Use it as a positive. Use it to give the guys confidence. Fans should be supportive to the lads that they've given a good performance, and they can use that. They can use that into the qualifier. We'll be honest, guys. We'll be in the the World Cup qualifiers will be here before we know it. You know what the football world's like, guys. It never stops. So the World Cup qualifiers will be here before we know it. And if the fans show respect and obviously support and congratulations to the players for their efforts, then I think that could help the players feel positive about their efforts in the tournament, and it might give them that bit more belief going into the World Cup. For me, that's the best suggestion I can give to Scotland fans, to show support and be encouraging to the players of their efforts. But like I said, guys, look to know what you think. I think maybe the fact that they've tried to go toe-to-toe with teams is maybe what has cost them, because they've wanted to show the world they can play football, haven't they, guys? Clearly. But it may be that's cost them, because obviously doing that means you make yourself more susceptible to conceding goals. So, yeah. But thanks for that, Daniel, mate. Like I said, all I can say from my point of view is congratulations to the Scots for a good effort. 23 years, is it, I think, since they were last in a major tournament. So they don't need to beat themselves up too much, to be honest. I think they've given themselves something to work with. So thanks for that, Daniel, mate. And I totally agree. Yeah, I feel bad for Scotland as well, mate. And that just shows that you're a top football fan. That you can be that sincere and respectful to Scotland, even though you're an England fan. So thanks for that, mate. Danny B, I get so frustrated watching Robertson. I think he's so passive half the time. I'm a Man United fan, so could be biased too. Well, at least you're honest, mate. Yeah, at least you're honest. To be honest, I actually do like Robertson. I think he's got a lot to learn still, definitely, because obviously the fact that he's willing to get forward is become one of his key attributes. It's become something that has made him the player he is. But obviously, there's still room to improve in respect of his when he goes, when he doesn't go, and obviously the defensive side of the game. I'm sure we'll all agree that he's definitely still got improvement. But like I say, you can't really. I get what you're saying, mate, and massive respect to you. At least you're honest with regard to saying that you're a United fan. But I think we have to be honest and give him a little bit of slack, because the managers that he's playing for are asking him to play like that. Particularly Klopp. Klopp is asking him to play like that. And obviously, Scotland manager has seen him do well for England, for Liverpool. So the Scotland manager is probably asking him to do the same thing in respect of getting forward. But yeah, I take your observation on board, mate. It's a fair assessment. To be fair, I wouldn't say it's biased. I think that's a fair, honest comment, mate. So respect to you there, Danny B. Much appreciated, mate. DJ Samuel, Scotland's best player was out with COVID-19. Yeah, unfortunately, mate. Yeah, Billy. Oh, what's he called now? Billy. You guys know who I mean. I've forgotten his second name now. But yeah, he was unlucky with the getting the virus, and how he's got that in such a short spell. Considering these players are supposed to be in a bubble, guys. When they're playing these tournaments, they're supposed to be in like a bubble. So I don't understand how he has got come into contact with somebody that has got that. When the guy, like I say, they're supposed to be in like a cocoon, aren't they? So yeah. But thanks for that, DJ Samuel. I think, like I say, for Scotland, for me, they can take a lot of positives out of the competition, and hopefully it will help them in the World Cup qualifiers. You've got to be in these competitions to improve, guys. And Scotland, like I said, I don't want to keep repeating the same thing, but they haven't been in one of these competitions 20 odd years. Not a World Cup, not a Euros, not a nothing. So they haven't got these players. A completely different generation. They're miles away from the last generation of Scots that played in a competition like this. So we have to give them a little bit of consideration that they need the experience of one tournament to help them learn how short the tournament is and how you've got to get off to a good start. And to be fair, like I said, I think Scotland tried to play, and that's maybe what's cost them. Let me know, guys. Do you think that Scotland should have played a more defensive style of football because obviously of the limited resources they've got, or do you think that we have to be more respectful and positive about the way they did play, because they did go toe to toe with every team they played. They tried to create chances. They kept the ball on the ground and played football. Yes, there was some long balls. Yes, there was some set pieces, but nothing that means that we could accuse Scotland of playing the long ball and parking the bus or anything. They didn't do any of that. They actually played, and I think we have to give Scotland respect for that. But maybe, guys, what do you think? If we saw Mourinho in charge of Scotland, do you think that he would maybe, with his park the bus mentality, do you think he could maybe get Scotland to achieve something? Maybe, guys, that's an interesting one, isn't it? Because we all know that Mourinho loves parking buses, don't we? I'm just chucking it out there, guys, just a bit of banter. But yeah, you can understand where I'm coming from with that one. But thanks for that, DJ Samuel. I totally agree, yeah, mate. Scotland's they're definitely one of their best players out with the virus, which is unfortunate. Danny B, I think Southgate only played Grealish because he doesn't rate him and wanted a draw. Yeah, mate, that's a fair shout, to be fair. I know a lot of fans have been calling for Grealish, and I've got to be honest, he does deserve to play more. But I've said it, guys. For me, I think the fact that Harry Kane still got played tonight, I think that shows that Southgate has got his favourites. Because for me, he's had 2 competitive games and he hasn't performed enough. He doesn't look sharp enough. So for me, guys, I think Harry Kane should have been dropped tonight. get Rashford on, let him get some match fitness ready for the knockout stages, and then we're improving our options going into the knockout stages. Because the thing is now, guys, we're going playing a team from the so-called group of death, and we're going to be going into that with our number one striker not in the best of form, and we haven't given any proper game time to our number two striker that can be just as dangerous as Harry Kane from where I'm standing, guys, if not dangerous better, because he can bring danger in a completely different way. And let's be honest, guys, Harry Kane he's getting to kind of the peak of his career now, whereas Rashford's still young. We could run Rashford right across Europe and back again, because he's still that fit and that young. So, you know what I mean? Like I say, that's just my opinion, guys. But I definitely think we should have started Rashford tonight. But yeah, fair dues, Danny B. Like I said, I think there's a lot of fans got criticism for Southgate, and I don't want to be criticising a manager, but if criticism is needed, it's got to be said, hasn't it? As long as it's constructive criticism, then it's well deserved, isn't it? So yeah, thanks for that, Danny B. Much appreciated, mate. Matthew Bishenden, hi. Gutted but proud of the team for making it this far, mate. Absolutely. Yeah, how's it going, Matthew? Thanks for getting involved, mate. Appreciate it. I'm sure some of you guys have got school and work and stuff tomorrow, so I really appreciate you guys coming, getting involved and showing some support. Much appreciated. But yeah, Matthew, you have every right, mate, to be proud. Like I said, I was saying earlier, the Scotland lads have done you guys proud, and I think what has cost you is maybe preferring to go toe-to-toe with teams, the lack of experience in a competition like this, and the fact of just needing that cutting edge up front in respect of a top striker that will bang away the goals. And I thought, I'll be honest, guys, I thought that Shankland would be would make some kind of impact for Scotland, but unfortunately I haven't really been keeping track of how much game time he's been playing, to be honest. But I know he's not been getting mentioned in respect of in the team and stuff. So like I say, I'm not sure if he did actually come on in the end, because I know he was linked with the squad. Maybe I'm not up to date with the players in the squad that didn't play. But yeah, massive respect to you, Matthew. Appreciate coming, getting involved, mate. And yeah, definitely, you have every right, mate, to hold your head high. Scotland did play football and did you proud. It's as simple as that. They had a good go at it. So yeah, mate, totally agree. Be proud, and rightly so. Danny B, I think Gilmore probably had a false positive test, to be honest. I think Joe Fleck's test was a false positive too. I hope football gets a hold of this now. Yeah, mate, that's fair enough. I appreciate the comment. Yeah, I'm going to stay away from the virus stuff, guys, because I feel this. My opinions on the virus are very, very strong. And some people might say very political, so I'm not going to contribute on the virus too much. But thanks for that, Danny, mate. Appreciate it. And yeah, let's just hope it doesn't affect the tournament too much going forward. But yeah, massive respect to Danny for sharing his thoughts on that. Appreciated, mate. Matthew Bishenden, JD Samuel, come on, man. Gilmore is good, but definitely not our best player. Robertson, Tierney, and McGinn are clear. Well, yeah, mate. To be fair, I would say they're all, they're all your top players. Them four players are all Scotland's best top four players for me. And Billy, obviously, we don't want to put too much pressure on Billy Gilmore, because obviously he's a young lad, and we've seen, guys. Look at what happened with Rooney. The press put too much pressure on him, too much expectation, and look at what happened. Unfortunately, as much as he played well whenever he played for England, he was always under pressure, and he always felt the pressure whenever he put an England shirt on. And that came from an early age, because the press put too much expectation on him. So one thing I would pass on to Scotland fans, and any fans that like Scotland, don't put that pressure on a player like Billy Gilmore, because he's definitely a top talent, and I think there's more to come from him. And there's some players like that in the England team as well, where we don't want to put that, too much pressure on them. For example, the first player that comes to mind for me is Phil Foden. I think he's a top talent, but we do not want to put too much pressure on him because, like I say, it might affect the players feeling too much pressure when they put that shirt on. But yeah, thanks for that, Matthew. Obviously, Matthew not happy too much with what DJ Samuel was saying, but thanks for that, Matthew. Totally agreed that you're entitled to your opinion. I'm not a big fan of best players, guys. Top players, they can be the best players in your team, but I'm never a big fan of actually singling out one player. And the reason for that is because it's a team game, innit? But that's my opinion. And obviously, you guys are entitled to your opinion. And I know fans get a lot of pleasure out of trying to obviously debate and decide who is the best player in a team. But for me, personally, I'm not I'm never big on talking about the best player. I'm more interested in the team aspect of players and what they give as a team player. So yeah, but thanks for that, Matthew. Much appreciated, mate. Matthew's also saying England fans being cocky and horrible everywhere. Sorry, but I'm supporting who plays England. Well, mate, fair enough. Listen, I'm an England fan, and obviously that's because I'm English. But you're not the only one. Anybody that's not an England fan, do not be thinking you are the only one that gets annoyed with England fans. Because seriously, guys, why do you think I'm not wearing my England shirt tonight, guys? Seriously, this is why. Out of respect for Scotland fans and Wales fans, I am not wearing my England shirt tonight because it wouldn't be respectful when Scotland's just gone out. So that tells you my thinking, guys. I am not a hater. I've told you this, guys, before. There is plenty of England fans and Scotland fans that can be haters. So in every club and every nation, there is haters that just want to hate for no reason. And the best of it is, guys, I would say ignore them. Because half the time when you talk to these people, they don't even know football. They just come out with stupid statements like, "Oh, Scotland is shit." Where's the explanation for that? So when you get people talking rubbish like that, ignore them, guys. If they're giving you an explanation for why a team is bad or why they think that a team is bad, then fair enough. That's a debate. They're giving you, they're clearly a football fan because they're watching the team play and they're giving solid, logical explanations to why. But when you get fans or so-called fans just coming out with stupid statements, like I've just said, they're not fans, guys. They're just haters, so just ignore them. Seriously, you guys are proper football fans, so you don't need to engage in talking to people like that. That would be my advice. Now, where we were, I've got to find back where we was then, guys. My apologies. So yeah, Matthew, that's where we was. But thanks for that, Matthew. Like I said, mate, just ignore the haters. Danny B, haha, Matthew, fair play. I'm English and I'm almost there. Dying for Wales to get a win tomorrow. Please go live, guys. Is Wales playing tomorrow? Wales are not playing tomorrow, are they? I think you might have your days mixed up, mate. I'm sure that Wales aren't playing tomorrow. Please tell me they're not, because that puts me on. I'm sure it's a good couple of days. We've still got group games to be played, haven't we? So yeah, I'm sure that it's not tomorrow they're playing, mate. I'm sure you really got me thinking now. I'll have to check that one. But no, Wales are not playing tomorrow. I'm sure they're not. But thanks for that, Danny, mate. Appreciate that. And obviously, I think he's just trying to explain to Matthew that the same as I am, not all England fans are haters. Danny.Stott69, Rashford should have played. Might be a bit biased from me as I'm a United fan. Yeah, I know, mate, United fan, but massive respect. All your opinions have been respectful and honest. So yeah, there's nothing biased in that. If anything, you're allowed to think that because as a United fan, you've seen what Harry Kane is bringing to the table for England. And as a United fan, you know what Marcus Rashford can bring to the table. So yeah, mate, no need to apologise for that one. Like I say, you are well aware of what Rashford would bring instead of Kane. So you're entitled to that opinion. And I've got to agree, mate. I was saying it in the last game. I was saying it in the game against Scotland that we should have played Rashford. But like I say, to me, it's becoming clear that Gareth Southgate has got his favourites. But thank you very much for that, Daniel. Really appreciate your input, mate. Thanks. DJ Samuel. Matthew Bishenden, Scotland gets battered everywhere they go. Right. Well, DJ Samuel, obviously just wanting to engage in some banter. That's fair enough, mate, but not for me tonight. I prefer to be more respectful to Scotland because they did put in a decent performance and decent effort as far as I'm concerned. PFC _ DY4 is Dylan. How's it going, Dylan? Hi, mate. Sorry for being late. No worries, mate. You're not late. You come when you want. I didn't expect you to come anyway tonight, mate, because obviously I know that you probably got school tomorrow or whatever. So, yeah. But thanks for coming, mate. So what's saying? Can't stay for too long, but just wanted to say England weren't at their best. They played boring football after we went 1-0 down, 1-0. I had a funny feeling, mate. I'm going to watch the highlights later. Like I did say earlier on in the show, I didn't watch the England game tonight. I was watching the Scotland game because obviously I had it in the back of my mind that they might go out. So I wanted to watch them and see, obviously try and keep an eye on how Scotland are playing and developing. But and knowing that England had already qualified before tonight's game, guys, so I decided to watch the England game. But so now we've got kind of two different opinions here because we've got one fan. I think Daniel's saying that they played okay, and Dylan's saying that they played boring football. So I'll have to watch the highlights. But yeah, mate, thank you very much for dropping in. Much appreciated. And thanks for sharing your thoughts. And that exactly what Dylan is saying there is kind of why I chose to watch the Scotland game, guys, because I kind of expected that kind of performance. I'm not saying that is because obviously we've got different opinions coming in the chat with regards to how England played tonight. And it wouldn't be fair for me to comment because I haven't watched it. Like I said, I was watching Scotland. But thanks for that, Dylan. Dylan also saying, feel really bad for Scotland. Hopefully we see them back in a major tournament soon. Yeah, mate, seriously, guys, I think Scotland, like I said, they went toe-to-toe with every team. And maybe that's what cost them. Or maybe it's the lack of a real decent striker up front that cost them. But I think we can't knock them for commitment, effort, desire, and having a go. I think we have to be, and it's great to see some of you guys obviously plenty of time for the banter over the next few weeks, guys. But obviously, just great to see some of you guys showing a little bit of respect to Scotland and the Scotland fans on a night that obviously is massively, massively disappointing for Scottish fans. But I think, like I say, even though it's disappointing, they can hold their heads high because their team gave a good account of themselves and had a go. So thanks for that, Dylan, mate. Much, much appreciated. Danny B, with Gilmore and Billingham, British midfields look exciting, if nothing else. Yeah, mate. Like I say, the midfield for me, like I said, Gilmore. Gilmore definitely looks a talent. And like I said, for me, I'm excited to see more of Phil Foden in an England shirt because when I seen him play for Man City, he looks exciting, guys. I don't know whether it's the difference of how Pep Guardiola's playing him. Let me know what you think. But for me, I'm definitely excited for him. Not necessarily right now, but in the future. I think we could see really big things from him. It just all depends on how he develops, doesn't it? Because he's still young and plenty more time for him to improve. And obviously, he's playing under one of the best managers in club football. So he's got the best opportunities around him to improve. But like I said, massive respect, Danny B. You saying obviously exciting times for Gilmore and Billingham, but also I think, mate, exciting times for a few players. This is why I'm frustrated with Gareth Southgate, because I don't think he's getting the best out of the squad, of the players we've got available to the squad. And we all know we've all been upset with some of the decisions he's made, with players being left out, players being dropped, this kind of thing. like I said, maybe that's a debate for the end of the tournament. But thank you very much for that, Danny B. Much appreciated, mate. Top comments coming from you guys tonight. Daniel's stop. Tomorrow is Portugal v France. I thought it was. I thought it is. So when is Wales playing in a couple of days, isn't it? So I did think maybe Daniel just getting confused with his days. But yeah, but thanks for that, Danny. Stop. Much appreciated, mate. Guys, if you didn't know, I will run this along the bottom of the screen. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Give us a chance. You can always unsubscribe if you don't like it, but at least give us a chance. See if you like what the channel's about. Because like I say, we're still working to get the channel going. So much work to be done yet in the future. But the key thing about Fanden is it's about giving fans the chance to be involved. So if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button and give us a chance. And if you could, guys, it'd be much appreciated if you could hit the like button, and let's see if we can hit 20 likes tonight. That would be massive, or as close to it as possible. Would be cool. But yeah, if you look, guys, along the bottom of the screen, I've just put it on. There's some info there about some of what I've been started work on earlier on in the season. With regards to the fan zone project that is going on Instagram. And there is some of you guys that have been showing some top support and already involved in some of the group stuff on Instagram. So there is some of you guys that I already got in mind to invite to the fan zone project. But the idea of the fan zone project is on Instagram, and the idea of it is to create, use it to start building a positive fan community around the channel. So you guys not only meet me on screen, you can also meet each other in the fan community that we're going to build alongside the channel on social media. I've got plans to expand the fan zone project into Facebook soon, but at the minute it's mainly focused on Instagram. So like I say, if you're interested in that, drop me a follow on social media, and we'll get you involved in the groups. You guys that are already in the groups, don't worry. As I'm seeing you guys get involved in the channel, I really appreciate it, and obviously I will be inviting some of you guys to the fan zone before the new season starts. So thank you. I just don't want to. Why am I saying that? I'm trying to explain myself. Sorry, guys. I'm thinking 2 steps ahead here. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly explain that, guys. That like I said, the channel is about involving fans, which is what the fan zone project is about, to run alongside the channel. So yeah, guys, like I said, more information on that will be coming. If you're not also, guys, check out the predictions league, because I think we're carrying it on into the knockout stages. I did speak to some of the guys in the chat, in the Battle of Britain chat group. I've opened a special group on social media for the guys that are taking part in the predictions league, and I think we're carrying it on into the knockout stages, but I haven't had a chance to go back and check messages because I've been so busy. So check that out, guys. All the updates of the table are on social media. I've been putting the table up, so that's just a first little taste of some of the stuff I want to do more of in the future, guys. This first one was an experiment. Like I say, I picked 4 fans, chucked them in a group together, created a little mini league. They all gave their predictions, sent it me on video. I made a video out of it so that you guys could see it. And it's been a little, like I say, a little Battle of Britain predictions league. And it's been a good experiment. It's the first time I've tried something like that. And like I say, some of you guys have been involved in Fanden stuff for a while, so you know that I keep experimenting with these ideas. But the idea is that when the channel really gets going, and we finally hit that target of 1,000 subs, that we will actually start pushing to really start doing more serious stuff like that, where it's a proper competition. But until we get to 1,000 subs, guys, a lot of these competitions are just to experiment, to get you guys involved, and to start building that positivity in the fan community. But like I said, when we get to the 1,000 subs, I will be starting to try and start getting 1 or 2 of these competition ideas going properly, where you guys can win a bit of something, hopefully. So yeah, just a quick overview, guys, of some of the stuff for the future, and what we're working with now. So back to the comments, guys. Don't forget, you could please hit that like button. Let's see if we can get anywhere near 20 likes. That would be cool. Danny B, so So yeah, Danny B just saying was a mix-up with Wales, but yeah, no problem, mate. My bad. You threw me off with it, mate. But it's all good. We all get when we're all working and school and studies. Some people at university, some people at schools. Obviously, I know you work, Danny, just like me, mate. So obviously, you do. One day can sometimes just blend into another one. So I totally get that, mate. No problem. Stephen Allen, Wales' next game is Saturday. Right, cool. I thought it had a few days to go. Like I said, I think Danny just getting confused, probably just tired with work and just getting mixed up with his days. But no problem there, mate. He just threw me off with it. But thank you very much for that, Stephen Allen. Danny B, can we just hail Modric for a second? Yeah, mate. He did have a good game. I didn't think he looked at his best in the first game against England, but he did have a good game tonight. But obviously, don't want to be too respectful when they've just knocked out one of the UK nations. But yeah, mate, fair statement. He did have a good game tonight. So thanks for that, Danny. Much appreciated, mate. Dr. Abduo, hello, mate. How's it going? Welcome to Football Fan Den. Great to see you involving yourself in the chat. If you're new, mate, please consider subscribing. Let us know if you've got any thoughts on tonight's games, if you watched them. Thanks for that, mate. Danny B, who is your favourite England player, people? Mine is Luke Shaw. To be fair, Man United bias coming back. Yeah, mate, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Nothing wrong with that. I think Luke Shaw is definitely he's a talent, isn't he? But he's had a rough few years, to be honest. He's been put through the paces and a lot of criticism thrown his way. And I think we may be starting to see a little bit of the best of him finally coming out the other side, because I know he's had a decent season for Man United. But obviously, you being a United fan, mate, you'd be able to comment a lot better than me. So yeah, thanks for that, Danny B. Much appreciated, mate. For me, I don't know. I'll try and answer your question. What was his question? Best player. I don't really have a favourite. I try not to have favourites, but like I said, I'm interested to see how Phil Foden develops. And there's a couple of other youngsters trying to break into the team that I'm interested to see how they do. Shaw is a fascinating talent. Is it Shaw? I'm getting confused with the names. The lad, is it the lad from Arsenal? What's he called? I forget his name. But yeah. I'm frustrated with Rashford, I'll be honest. Like I said, I'm starting to go through the team. I don't really have a favourite player, mate, to be honest. I'm more of a team guy. I like to see players. If a player for me, guys, is my favourite, for example, I'll give you an example. Let's use the Liverpool team. If I had a favourite player in the Liverpool team, I couldn't have one, because there's too many players in the Liverpool team play how I want to see players play. And that's like Henderson and Milner and Robertson and obviously Fabinho, Firmino. These are all players that play with desire, commitment, hunger, and drive, and that's what I like to see. They might not all be. I know the reason I pointed them players out is because they're all players that get criticism for not being the most talented footballers in respect of all the fancy stuff, but they make up for it in every other way, guys. And that's the kind of player I like to see. So yeah, like I say, massive respect for Danny's question, but for me, mate, I don't really have a favourite. I just look to see team players. Team players impress me, mate. If that gives you an answer to your question. But thanks, mate. Matthew Bishenden, hilarious Samuel. Mate, don't worry, he's just having a bit of banter. He's not being too serious with it. But Matt, like I said, mate, you hold your head up high. Scotland did you proud tonight, mate. So massive respect. And I'm like I say, I'm disappointed Scotland have gone out. But I might not be Scottish, but I'm pleased for Scotland because I think they gave a good account of themselves. Daniel Stott 69. Luke Shaw is criminally underrated. Yeah, I can't argue with that, mate. I can't argue with that. That's a good shout. I think he's had a lot of criticism, and particularly when Mourinho was at United, he got a hard time, didn't he, guys? He really did get a hard time. And he's managed to keep himself focused. And other players might have crumbled under that kind of pressure. Because he did get a rough ride, he getting slaughtered in the press and everything, and other players might have buckled under that kind of pressure, but he didn't. He knuckled down, he recovered. If I remember right, he didn't get criticised for his weight and stuff like that. So yeah, I totally agree, Daniel. He's definitely underrated. But like I say, maybe he's for me. I think he's had a lot of unfair criticism in the last couple of years. But yeah, I agree. I think he is underrated. But let's hope, guys, we can see the best out of him in this tournament. Now we're getting to the serious business of the knockouts. So thank you very much for that, Daniel, mate. Much appreciated. PFC_DY4 is Dylan. How's it going, Dylan? The fan zone is a really good idea, mate. Loving how Fandom is working, mate. Got to go now, mate. Best wishes and talk to you soon. Yeah, no worries, mate. Thanks for that, Dylan. Obviously, he's a fan zone member, and obviously, I've only started the fan zone about 6 months ago. So it's at the minute, it's just got fans in it. I've not really got any competition stuff going in there or anything just yet, because, like I say, I've been working on just getting some fans in there that get along, and there is a good core of fans in there. Dylan being one of them. But we're looking to expand it, guys, and then I can start doing some more. Some ideas next season. Like I said, you guys will see as it's coming, as over the next few weeks and months, what I'm talking about. So thanks for that, Dylan. Obviously, Dylan, massive respect. Big Portsmouth fan. Go and check him out on Instagram, guys. Same account name. He's a big Portsmouth fan. He is a fan zone member, and he's a top lad. Really supportive of the whole Fandom project, and I really appreciate it. Since the day I met him, he's been really positive about the whole project and supportive. So thanks for that, mate. Much appreciated. Danny B, any thoughts on Mason Mount? My mind changes like the wind, probably when he scores. Yeah, mate, that's a fair shout. Yeah, I'm still looking to see the best of him from myself. I've heard so much about him. I haven't seen enough of him to playing. To be fair, mate, when I have seen obviously blibs and blobs of him, and he does look a top talent, and he obviously, but obviously, what was the word I'm looking for? Unpolished, if you know what I mean. He's not the finished article. There's still more to come from him, isn't there? But yeah, I think, like I said, guys, I don't single players out. I get a little bit frustrated with that when it comes to internationals. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. Don't take it the wrong way like that. I'm not saying you guys shouldn't single play. If you want to single players out, that's fine. But for me, I think it's like, I remember. I don't know if you remember, guys, when David Beckham was playing for England. The expectation that was piled on that guy was unbelievable. The press made it out that without David Beckham, we couldn't win a tournament. The pressure was on him so much that, I remember him putting a picture in the newspaper. He had an injury to his foot, and they put a picture of his foot in the newspapers, guys. And that is how much pressure. And the headline had some stupid comment like, is this the foot that will lose us the world, win or lose us the World Cup kind of thing? And that's kind of why I don't get stuck on individual players too much. But I can understand why you guys want to obviously ask the questions of this player and that player, because obviously you're trying to judge if the players, if we're picking the right first 11, or should I say, if Gareth Southgate is picking the first 11 correctly. But I think we could be debating that all tournament, guys, to be fair. But yeah, I'll like I said, I'll be definitely trying. I'll try to take more notice of individuals, guys, when I'm watching the game. But for me, when I'm watching England games, I try to look at more the team performance. I don't get too stuck on individuals. I find that sometimes I end up going back later on to look who I actually saw do what, because I'm so focused on how the team gel and play together when I'm actually watching it live, that, like I say, I don't tend to focus on individuals too much. So sometimes something can happen. I'll be like, who did that? Do you know what I mean? But obviously, some guys have, some of you guys have got a lot more attention to detail when you're watching a game, and maybe that's just why we're all different, guys. But thanks for that, Danny, mate. Much appreciated. Matthew Bishenden, yes, respect for you guys. No worries, mate. Massive respect to you guys as well, mate. Like I say, Fandom is about all UK football. I've had many England fans on social media asking me why do I bother involving Welsh football and English football. Welsh and Scottish football is boring and all this kind of stuff. And it's not. I don't care what other fans. I just love football, and I'm not interested in all this Brexit and all that kind of stuff. I think as a country, football could help pull the UK together. We've got Scotland, we've got Wales. They're their own countries in their own right. But let's be honest, guys. We all share a love of football, and all three countries contributed to the game of football. So why shouldn't we enjoy it? Even though we're three different nations, why shouldn't we enjoy it as one nation, as one football-loving nation? We can have the banter, we can have the different flags, but we can still love football as one. That's just me, guys. Maybe that's because of me. I'm a lover, not a hater. Thanks for that, Matthew, mate. Much appreciated. Danny B, Rashford has had niggling injuries for months and is miles from his best. Plus, the Arsenal player you like is Saka. That's it, mate. Saka. I get confused with the name Saka, but mate. Thanks for that. Cheers, Danny. Like I said, I'm honest, guys. I'm not always great with names. Believe me, if I can meet somebody in the street and I can meet them another time and I meet them another time, it takes me 5 times to remember their name. Some people have, but I'll tell you what, guys. Even though I'm bad with names, I'm brilliant with roads. You can take me anywhere in the UK and try and get me lost, and I guarantee you I'll find my way home. That's where we're all different, guys. We've all got different talents for remembering different things. Thanks for that, Danny B. Appreciate you giving me an update, mate, because I didn't realise that Rashford had been having niggling injuries because he seemed to play quite well towards the end of the season or the last couple of months for United. I thought that he'd made a good impact for United over towards the back end of the season. I'm not saying he scored loads of goals, but he was definitely regularly in the team and obviously contributing. So I hadn't really heard anything in the press before the tournament saying that he was struggling for fitness or anything like that. So massive respect, Danny there. Danny B giving us an update on what the situation is with Rashford. Thanks for that, mate. DJ Samuel, Tuesday next England match, and how many subscribers you got now, guys? I think we're on about just coming up to 600. So the only reason I've hidden the subs, guys, is because I was getting too many of the YouTubers wanting to compete. I'm not interested. I told them. They're coming on, sending me a message, I've got this many subs. I'm not interested, because I'm not looking to compete with no one, guys. I am just focused on building Fandom and building it for fans that want a channel that is a community channel, that is about a fan community. So when I got fans, other YouTubers trying to compete with me and sending me stupid messages, I just got irritated with it. So I just thought, you know what, I don't want to compete with anyone, just turn it off. So it's only turned off temporary, guys. As soon as we get to closer to 1,000, I will take it off and let you guys see the sub count. It's only till we get a bit closer to the 1,000. I just couldn't be bothered with people annoying me with stupid messages like that. I'm not a kid, guys. You got to think there's a lot of YouTubers that are on doing it that are kids that are only interested in that kind of, competing. I'm not interested in that. I just want to build the channel. If I'm focusing on that, I'm not focusing on the channel. So surely you guys can understand that. I want to focus on making a good channel, not be distracted by thinking, such and such has got 50 more subs than me, or what. Sod that. There's better things to do in life than worry about things like that, guys. Sorry, guys. I will, like I said, when we get closer to 1,000, I'll take it off so you can see it. I've only blocked it off temporary. So you guys know anyway, we're on about 600. So thanks for that, DJ Samuel, mate. Daniel.Stott 69 say Saka man of the match. Right, fair shout, mate. I'm going to watch the highlights after because, like I say, I was watching the Scotland game tonight, so I haven't seen England. But massive respect to you, mate. Good shout. I'll have a look later how England played. I'll try and catch a rerun of the game. There's bound to be something on the internet, guys. So yeah, if you could, guys, really appreciate it if you could hit that like button. Let's see if we could possibly get 20 likes tonight or close to it. That would be absolutely fantastic. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and give us a chance. See if you like what the channel's about. Much work to do yet, guys, to get Fandom to where I want it to be. But we are starting. And you guys in the chat are obviously the massive part of the Fandom community that we are starting to build, and I really appreciate you guys coming, getting involved, and showing your support. So thanks for that, guys. So yeah, Daniel.Stott with his man of the match as Sacco. Thanks for that, mate. Fair dues. If you guys have got a man of the match, any of you other guys, let me know who your thoughts of the man of the match, and who do you think put the best performance in overall for Scotland in the 3 games that they played. Danny B, Sacco did look very good. I was slagging Southgate off for not taking Mason Greenwood, but can't really argue after that. But I still will. Sorry, mate. We're fans. We're allowed to sit there and cuss the game when we're watching it, whether we're at the stadium or whether we're watching it on TV. We're allowed to sit there and slander and slag and let our frustration. That's why we love the game, because honest. You guys think that's bad? You should see me when I go watching Bolton. Honest, there's like everybody's staring at me because I am very passionate when I still call it the Reebok, but when I go to the Reebok, I am very passionate. It's not the Reebok anymore. It's I hate the name of it. It's the University of Bolton Stadium, but yeah. You guys, I'm sure you will see in the future me at a stadium being passionate. So keep your eyes out for that at some point in the future, guys. But not wrong with that, Danny, mate. Good to hear that you're showing your passion while the game's on. Massive respect. Love to see that. It shows you care. So thanks for that, mate. Dr. Abdo, hello. Hello, mate. That's the second time you said hello. How's it going? Appreciate you coming, getting involved. First time I've seen your name in the chat. Are we following on social media or something, mate? I don't know. You'll have to let me know a bit more than hello if you could, mate. Be much appreciated. But thanks for that, Dr. Abdo. If that's, I don't know if that's some kind of strange name. Danny B, just on the subs, it really is quality, not quantity, and that's why I'm here. Mate, thank you very much. Yeah, like I say, that I'm just giving you, I try to be honest with you guys, and I don't, I've got no time for, I don't want to swear on camera on the channel, but I've got no time for, not being dishonest. I don't want to say it how I'd normally say it because I'm trying to keep the being professional on the channel and not swear too much. I'm sure in the future you guys will occasionally see me swear when I get passionate, but I try to keep it to a minimal to keep the channel professional. But massively appreciate that, Danny, mate. Hopefully the subs will come when more fans need to find the channel, and hopefully the subs will come. Don't get me wrong, of course I want the channel to grow. And that's for sure. I want it to grow for me, but as for you, I'm passionate about building a proper fan channel. There's loads of other channels on YouTube, guys, and massive respect for what they're doing. But there's loads of them that call themselves fan channels and don't involve the fans. So that's what inspired me to start Fandom. And like I say, you guys are more than welcome. You can get in touch with me on social media. This is why I do the live streams. For you guys to come and get involved. But if you want to come on the channel, you can do. You can get in touch with me on social media. We can do a video where you talk about your club or your passion of football, or you can even possibly come on a live stream and share your thoughts on a live stream on camera. But like I said, these are all the options that are available to you guys. And that is what I'm working to create, a channel that gives you guys the chance to be involved. So thanks for that, Danny, mate. Much appreciated the support there. Yeah, definitely. I'm more interested in concentrating on improving rather than be worried about what other YouTubers might want to compete with me. I'm not interested. If they race ahead of me 5,000 subs, I couldn't care. All I'm bothered about is I'm confident that if I keep focused and keep working on the channel and working to improve, because I've got lots of learning to do yet, guys, because before I started the channel, I didn't have a clue how to edit a video. So I've learned all that, and I've still got a lot to learn with that. So that's just one example, guys. Before I started Fanden, I'd never edited anything, never. And now I edit all the posts on the social media. I edit all the videos. So I'm not doing too bad. Still room to improve, guys, but not doing too bad. But yeah, massive respect, Danny B. Really appreciate your positive comment there and your support, mate. Daniel.slot, gotta go, got school in morning, but it was good to talk football. Thanks, mate. Thanks, Danny. Really appreciate you coming, getting involved, mate. Top lad, guys. Go and check him out on Instagram. Really top lad, Danny. A massive Man United fan, and he's in the Fanden groups. So yeah, thanks, Danny, mate. Don't be making yourself late for school or anything tomorrow. If you guys have got to go, I totally understand that. You've got commitments in the morning. I just wanted to do the live because I've been doing as many lives as possible. I was going to do a live the other day for Wales after the game. My apologies for that, but it was Father's Day, guys, and I kind of got sidetracked. So that's why the only reason I didn't do a post-match reaction after the Wales game. So my apologies. But if you've been watching, you've seen I've stayed committed all the way through the tournament up to now to try and give you guys the chance to share your reaction to games. So thanks, Daniel, mate. Really appreciate you coming, getting involved, and sharing your thoughts. And he's also saying, and it should still be called the Reebok. Yeah, mate. Daniel, obviously, yeah, agreeing with him there. It should be still called the Reebok. Thanks for that, mate. I love that because I hate the new name. I really do. It's stupid. To me, it'll always be the Reebok. But thanks for that, Danny, mate, and thanks for coming, getting involved. Really appreciate it, mate. Go and get yourself some sleep ready for the day tomorrow. And massive respect, mate, for you coming, getting involved. Really appreciate it. Hey, Stuart, I am gutted, bro. I had a few bevs, but I am so disappointed that the strikers couldn't finish a single chance. The defending was mediocre for the goals we conceded. Still proud of the team, nevertheless. Yeah, mate. Stuart, fair dues, mate. Listen, honest, Scotland, I'm just going to take that off so you can see my face. It's not that I'm not showing you comments, Stuart. It's just, obviously, it's cutting off my face. But yeah, Stuart, no worries, mate. Thanks for coming, getting involved and sharing your opinion. But yeah, you should hold your head up high. Scotland, this is the first competition. I'm going to keep saying this, guys. First competition Scotland have been involved in for 20 odd years. These lads that have played for Scotland this tournament have never ever played in this kind of tournament. We have to give them a bit of slack. They tried to play football. They didn't park the bus. They had a go and they competed. What more can we ask from them, guys? And let's hope that it benefits them in the World Cup qualifiers. Let's hope they can qualify for the World Cup. Let's hope that this experience for them young players, all them players in that Scotland team that have never ever played in a major tournament before, let's hope this experience can be beneficial for them for the World Cup. I really do hope that, and I have nothing but the best wishes for Scotland over the next year or so in respect to them progressing in the World Cup, and hopefully using this tournament to obviously help them improve. But yeah, I've got to agree with Stuart's comment. To me, it's definitely obvious that Scotland are struggling with that options up front and with a cutting edge in front of goal. So yeah, thanks for that, Stuart. Appreciate you coming, getting involved, mate, and sharing your opinions. Dr. Abdul, hello from Egypt. Hello, mate. Hello from Egypt. Oh, great. I think you are the first fan from Africa that I've actually. No, sorry, you're not. We had a guy from, I think, was it Nigeria when I first started the channel, but I've not seen him for a long time. So the first fan from Egypt on the channel, Mr. Abdo from Egypt. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated coming, getting involved. Really appreciated, and that is really cheered me up, because it just shows we are reaching out to all parts of the world. So thank you very much, Mr. Dr. Abdo from Egypt. Danny B, what have you guys thought of Lyndon Dykes? I've been a touch disappointed. Maybe he brings the rest of the team into the game more. Thoughts? I'm not sure, because like I said, I haven't watched England tonight, so I don't know. Did he play? Did he play? I don't know. I don't know. Let me know, mate. Did he play? I'm easy playing for England now. I'm getting confused with the names, guys. I get confused with names so easily. So my apologies. But yeah, like I said, Danny, I'm going to watch the England game later, mate, and see what I've missed. Because like I said, I feel a bit of a plonker. But what can you do when there's 2 games on? And I knew there was a good chance. I knew that England were qualified tonight, so it wasn't really motivating to watch the game. I've seen too many games like that, like what I expect England played like. And I will watch it back, but I have a funny feeling I know what they played like. And I've seen too many England games like that. So, knowing that we'd already qualified, it was kind of, well, I'm going to watch the Scotland game to learn a bit more about the Scotland team. But yeah, I'll be watching England's next game for sure, guys. And I will be sitting here with my England shirt on. But like I said, tonight I decided to be respectful to the Scotland fans. Hence why I'm wearing the Football Fan Den shirt. So thank you very much for that, Danny B. Stephen Allen, hello to Abdul. Yeah, thanks for that, Stephen Allen. Appreciate that, mate. Obviously, new person showing up in the chat, Dr. Abdul from Egypt. So yeah, thanks for that, mate. It's Stuart. On your point there, Danny B, he has had a great hold up play, but not scored the goals, in which disappointed the striker. Sorry, are we talking about Scotland now? I'm getting confused. So yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm going to check that, because I am getting confused with that now. Why is this gone off? So yeah, guys, I want to know what you think of this. This Wembley thing, because obviously, do you think it's fair that England are getting to play all their games at Wembley? It looks like by the end of the competition, England may have only played 1 game. If we stayed in the competition all the way, we might only play 1 game away from Wembley. And do you think that's fair to all the other nations, guys? I've got to ask that question. For me, it's definitely not fair. I think it's a bit of a... Oh, my computer's gone off, so I can't even check that. But yeah, I'll check. I'm trying to remember Lyndon Dyke. The name rings a bell, but I don't remember the player, guys. I'm going to be honest. I don't remember the player, so you confused me now with that player. I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about him. Some players you know a lot about, some players you don't. But I've got to be honest. The name rings a bell, but I can't remember much about him, to be honest. You've had me sat here for the last 5 minutes trying to think, put a face to the name, so to speak. So I will definitely look his name up once I'm done with the live stream, guys. I'm going to call it right now, I think, because I have got work in the morning, and I'm sure you guys have got commitments as well tomorrow. And obviously, I would desperately need some sleep, guys. So thank you very much for coming, getting involved in the chat, guys. Really appreciate it. I'm going to look up this player because I want to know who he is, because, like I said, the name rings a bell. But you've thrown me off. Maybe I'm too tired, guys. Maybe that's what it is, because it's been a long day. But I'll definitely check that out. But to you guys that have come in, got involved, and showed your support, and you got involved with your comments, I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks a lot, and hopefully I will see you on future streams. Or like I said, guys, there will be more to come through the Euros, and obviously, if you're new to the channel and you want to know more about the Fandom project, you can get in touch with me on social media. But for now, guys, that's it for me. Please hit that like button if you could, and if you're new, please consider subscribing. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. Have a restful and pleasant evening, and I will speak to you guys again soon. Bye for now.